So, about a week ago I dropped a video of my first unboxing, and it was a Nintendo Switch Lite Blue. And thank you very much for checking out that video. I've got a lot of nice comments and also views and the likes. Really appreciate it. I was very happy, pleased to share this with you. For those who saw the video, you know by now that I'm recording this from Western Europe, so basically this is the Eurozone, but whatever I share with you on this channel, we'll be talking prices in euro and obviously the equivalent in US dollars and GBPs and so on. So in the same week, around the same week when I got this Switch Lite, I've been checking out on different stores. The thing is that it's very important, probably I forgot to mention in the first video of that Nintendo Switch Lite unboxing. What I did not mention is that we are going through a transitional period. So we're moving from the Switch to the Switch 2. And although probably watching this from the US or the UK, and you have a lot of access to the Switch 2, and a lot of people got theirs here in Western Europe too, but there are also a lot of people who are still on waiting list and waiting for their turn, because I mean, while probably it's available in some stores, but some people prefer to buy them from certain places because they either have, I don't know, points, or they have like gift vouchers and so on. So it's not as easy as you know, as probably if you're watching from the US. I mean, I've been checking out markets in the US. You guys are doing well. But the point is that we're going through a transitional period, which means there are things will drop down in price. Okay, for different reasons, for multiple reasons. But what we do know is that, like, in every sort of, you know, generation jump, if you've had it from the PS3 to the PS4, from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One, from the Wii U to the Switch, there will be things that basically would just, you know, would be put in clearance, basket bargains everywhere, and they will just fly off the shelves and places to obviously elaborate more, to have more space for what's coming up. So this video is about this. It's themed Zelda, because to be honest, I mean, some of the stuff I saw that during that week was I was going through around places checking out so what's happening with the Nintendo world right now with the Switch transition. I picked up this, for example, which I've seen before. So this is a Zelda Link bag. I've seen before for price, I think it was something like 25 euros, about 25-30 euros, and got it for less than 10 euros or $10. I'm sorry I took the lid. It had sort of like a bag on top saying like, this is suitable for every Switch you have. It could be the OLED, it could be the regular Switch, it could be the Lite, whatever. Enough storage for games, enough storage for your console, and obviously, as I said, love color blue, and it's Zelda themed. So this is one of the things I got. I think the price I paid for this, like, to be just absolutely precise, in US dollars and in euro, about 8 for this, brand new obviously. And then about a month ago, I was in a place I knew they were running sales. I bought a couple PlayStation 5 games from these guys. It's a small store, again, a small European store, but they're not actually specialized in video games. They're more like computers and laptops and tablets and telephones and repair telephones, repair tablets and stuff like that. They're more, but they do have a small, relatively okay kind of medium video game section. And what I did not know is when I because I was there about a month ago, and then I went to see them just in the last few days, they actually decided to get rid of the whole gaming section altogether. Not interested, they're going to be using the space for other things and stuff like this. So clearly, obviously, they're not part of a big chain. They're not going to go put back the stuff that they didn't sell to their supplier, like, you know, what that's usually the case with the big markets and stuff like that. No, they just put them in you know, in deals and clear and just get rid of them. So you get stuff, for example, like the as we said, the theme today is Zelda. For example, Tears of the Kingdom, which I never had, because simply I like Zelda. Played a lot of Zelda games all the way back from N64, you know, passing through GameCube, even the 3DS, you know, the Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, you know, all that stuff. Am I the biggest Zelda fan? I'm not. It's not true. But I do appreciate the franchise, the series, and I'm always keen on having Zelda and in my library. So, for example, the price for this, they dropped it. Usually, it used to go for about 60 euros, so that would be $60. They dropped it to about 50, which, by the way, when I checked in the US, you got Target, Best Buy, about the same price. It's about $60. The best that's on the US is, I think, Walmart, that they dropped to about 52, something like that, similar. So they dropped it to 50, around 50, or like it was something like 51.95 or something like that. But the trick is, because they want to get rid of everything, if you get two, you get them for 70. So basically, you get the 51, so that's Tears of the Kingdom, and you get this basically for 20. So basically 35 a piece. That's what they were going for, right? The unfortunate thing is that I knew they were going to run a sale on their stuff. I knew they will probably clear out all their gaming section, because I saw that like, you know, the space will be reserved for other things that they want to kind of like, they're more specialized in and stuff. They have like all these big cameras and stuff like that. So, but good, I made it on time. There were like about maybe 10, 15 titles left. And this is what I walked out with. So 35 a piece for Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and Breath of the Wild. Obviously they're brand new. So this I opened because I started playing. Because I never played this. Breath of the Wild I did play on the Wii U all these years back. It's a great game, and I'd love to jump back to this world. So now I have it for the Switch, and just also kind of make it very clear, these are for the regular Switch, so for the first Switch, not for Switch 2, obviously. For Switch 2, prices are absolutely crazy. You'd be like the cheapest, you get them for, I think, 70 euros or something like that a piece, if not more. In some places I've seen them for 80 and stuff. So so that's probably the highlight of this video. As we said, it's a Zelda themed video. So this beautiful bag for very, very cheap, for just basically like small change, and also the couple pops for as like Zelda games, and then the last thing, which is the unboxing of this video, is this beautiful Zelda Wake Up Link wireless luminous controller. This is from the same store I got the Switch Lite. Okay, so I've seen it before, and if you can see here, it's actually compatible with the Switch 2, because eventually probably going to upgrade to the Switch 2, and this is also something very good. But I saw this before, didn't go for it, just ignored it, left it, and then I thought, okay, now it's down. The regular price for this is $60, so 60 euros. I think it's about the same price in the US as well, and the UK would be something probably about maybe 45, 50 pounds, and it was down to 30 euros, so basically $30. A wireless Wake Up Link Zelda themed controller. So here it is. You got the cable that comes with it. So you can see, so the charging cable that links it to the Switch, and a beautiful controller, if we can pull it out. There you go. And here it is. Okay, so really happy with this because, as I said, I mean, it depends really where you're checking, where you're looking, where you're buying from. But I think the point I wanted to make, I probably didn't make in the first video of that Switch Lite unboxing, that transitional period that we're going moving from one generation to another. And this is where you start checking on things and stuff, because, I mean, that's a fantastic controller. That's very, very beautiful, Zelda themed controller, and all the stuff that came with this. Probably about a week and a half shopping, simply because, you probably established this experience with years. You know that with time you'll eventually be checking out stuff when they tell you that, okay, this console is being discontinued. This is just basically a key. This is where you want to jump and go check out on things, because they will just fly off the shelf, because they'll just put them, as I said, this is all about supply chain. Some places like big markets and stuff like that, they probably can return them to the supplier, to the regular supplier where they got the games and the goodies from. Others, no, they don't have this privilege, so basically they have to put them in a bargain bin and just get rid of them. And this is where you want to jump in. So let's just put this here and jump in. So the couple of Zelda games I got for 70, so 70 euros, that would be about $70. In the UK it will be about 60, let's say. The controller, the Wake Up Link controller, wireless, for the Nintendo Switch, also compatible for the Switch 2 as well, just in case, is for, it's actually less than, it's 30, I think. Yeah, it came, it's about $29.95 or something, $30. So there's your $100, and the bag is for 8. So for $100, about 100 euros, $100, you got stuff. Basically, a couple of months ago, I would have paid something like from 250, probably 280 for this lot. And this is how a good deal is made. This is basically how a good purchase is concluded. But simply it's just by knowing what's going on in the market. And I remember checking out things for the Vita when Sony just basically decided to pull the plug on the Vita. Some stuff just went basically dirt cheap. Some stuff, obviously, I do have a decent, I'll go over all my collections. I have a decent Vita collection, as you can see there. But today is all about Zelda, and it's all about these latest purchases. So This is it for this video. That's the unboxing of the controller. You got a couple of games and also the bag for this video. Thank you very much for passing by. As I said, I have plenty of ideas where we're going to be talking about games versus values. What should, well, in my opinion, you should be looking at. You should be looking out for what you should be buying. I've been checking out stuff for the Xbox. I think I'm going to make an episode about the Xbox, because with all the news that you're hearing now, there are some crazy stuff going on in Europe. So please keep an eye on this channel. If you're interested in that stuff, please subscribe and hit this notification bell so that you receive everything I drop day one. And I'll be talking about all the stuff that could be of a great value for you as a collector, as a gamer, and also as an investment. Thank you very much for passing by. That's the second episode. The letter's out. As before, stay safe, keep gaming, and we'll talk to you next time.